Hello, gal pals. Hello, gents. Palm Springs, Sydney, coming to you from my kitchen with without extensions. I'll say by popular demand. Do I dare say that? I just enjoyed everything that you guys said when I did my last video about all the different hair styles. And so many of you said that you preferred my hair in the regular bob with no extensions. So that's what I did today. It felt so good. And not that I'll do that always. You know, I will still do what I feel like doing, but I did get a kick out of so many of you that felt and were so comfortable, you know, saying, we like your bob. So thank you so much, because I asked for your opinion and let me tell you, I got it. So, okay, the one thing I have to talk to you guys about, oh my gosh. I know everybody has to pay taxes. I know that. But I've always paid taxes with my husband. So this is the first year I paid taxes as a single person living on my own. And I mean, you guys, this is like how naive I am. So I went to the tax lady that we've had our whole life. Her name is Debbie. Debbie's bookkeeping on Perez in Cathedral City. If any of you live here in town, she's excellent. And I mean, she dots every I, crosses every T. Well, anyway, we've had her, my husband and I have had her as our bookkeeper / tax person forever. And so I normally gather my, this is what I normally gather. Because my husband has had his own business, his bookkeeping and his tax situation always took precedent. For me, I took my car registration, my gifts, tithing and offerings, you know, my charity donations. I took my my W-2 form, you know, all the information about how much money I had earned that year. I took my I think that's all he took. So anyway, so this year I had to do it by myself. So I went in and, you know, and my husband would always just come up to me and go, here, sign this, you know, whatever. And I'd like sign. So, okay, so I went to the tax lady, to Debbie, a week or so ago, and I gave her my stuff. And I thought for sure, since I purchased a home, you know, that I would get some kind of write-off for that or whatever. And I took in all my charitable deductions and, you know, all the stuff that I normally take, plus any and everything to do with purchasing my home. So then, you know, she took all that information. She said, great, this is great. So she said, come back next Monday, the 17th. Get your information, sign the paperwork, mail it when you leave my office. And I said, that's great. That's what I'm going to do. So Shelby's laying over there watching me talk. So I went last Monday and I got my stuff and so I'm used to like having the secretary, the gal at the desk, say, here it is, sign here, go mail. Well, I just sign here. My husband goes and does everything else. So the Debbie comes and she says, okay, let's go over everything. And I'm like, what's there to go over? You know, just hand me the stuff, I'll go mail it. And so she says, well, you owe the federal government X amount. Was a lot. You owe the state X amount. It was a lot. And you owe me, here's my charge. And it was, so I was like, what? I owe money? And she's like, yes. I couldn't believe it. I don't think I've ever remembered having to pay the government money. So I said, what do you mean I owe money? And she said, well, you know, I've explained it to you and this and that. And I was like, you guys, I was flabbergasted. So she talked to me about why I owed money and explained it to me and said, in order to not have to pay next year, you need to do A, B, C, D, and, talk to me in the meantime. But will put it this way, there's no way I can afford to get art for my blue wall. That money's gone to the government. And then I'm irritated with the government. Why in the world would the government give me X amount of money as a rebate or whatever it is, that $600 or whatever it was, a couple times, and then now I have to just turn around and give it back plus $1 zillion more. So anyway, you guys, this growing up, this being an adult is not for sissies. I'm such a weenie. I was paralyzed. So now I have to learn all about taxes, all about deductions, all about how to. I believe in paying taxes. I'm driving on roads. I'm using bridges. I have a military that supports me, keeps me safe. I have libraries and post offices and all those kinds of things. So that doesn't come for free. So I believe in paying my taxes, but son of a gun, it was a lot of money. So anyway, I was kind of freaked out about that. All right, then today I got up and I played. I don't know how time goes. Do you ever, I knew I had to pick Donna up at 12, and in 10 minutes until 11, I started getting dressed. Now, mind you, she lives about 10 minutes from me. So I said, Donna, I'll pick you up at 12. And then we were going to drive into Maggie's for bridge, and she lives in Palm Springs. So I thought, okay, if Donna hops in the car at 12, 30 minutes to get to Maggie's, great. So, I showered. I didn't even wash my hair. I put my makeup on. I got dressed. I fiddled with my hair. I got out of here. And I did not even, from 10 till 11, the next time I looked at the clock, it was 11:56. So, oh my word. So anyway, fast forwarded out of here. We were late, obviously, but we ended up playing cards. And there's one gal, one of the card players, Patty, she and her friend went to Mexico today for dental work because, dentists are so expensive here. And the Mexican dentists evidently are trained here in the United States. So a lot of people, especially in Southern California, which is like an hour and a half, 2 hours, a good 2 hours from the Mexican border, they go on and drive down to Mexico and have their dental work there. Now, personally, I was too afraid. I'm not afraid of the dentist. I'm afraid of getting across that border and what can happen, and I'm fearful of that. So I chose to spend as much money as I could on dentists here in town. Okay, so then after bridge, I drove Donna home. I was so in the mood for Mexican food, but I drove into this one little Mexican restaurant called Corrales. It was horrible. I ordered a chile relleno, beans and rice, and it was swimming in water. I just hate that. I was going to send it back, but you know what? I just said, can I get this to go? And I came home and put it in the frying pan, and it was much better. And I don't like that goat cheese. And all the places are using goat cheese now. I don't know whether it's less expensive or what, but I don't like the flavor of it. I would rather have regular American cheese, I guess. That's what, sharp, cheddar, whatever, Monterey Jack, whatever. So, okay, yesterday, the wind is blowing like crazy right now. Well, not like crazy, but yesterday I was so disgusted by the wind, but I did go out because late at night, just before it turned dark, the wind stopped. So I got my leaf blower out and I cleaned off my patio. I hosed everything. I leaf blew it first, and then I pulled weeds. I just got out there and pulled weeds, and then I got the hose after the leaf blower and and hosed everything down, you know, because Shelby goes potty out there. I want to hose the rocks down, you know, dilute the urine, the whatever, you know, I don't want that odor. I don't want that. I just want to, you know, keep things as clean as I can. So I hose everything down, and then if the wind does pick up later that evening, everything's a little bit damp, so it doesn't blow like crazy, I'll say. I also did sponge mop my floor again, like 2 times in 5 days because of the dust. And it's just so hard to control. I don't know, you guys. I'm kind of getting worried about this wind. We'll see. So what else do I have to say? Oh, I got home from I dropped Donna off, and then I got home from my little restaurant excursion and came into my garage, and I couldn't get my garage door to shut. You guys, I'm not sure about this being a homeowner business. So I got out of my car. I like pressed it, stop, press it, stop. Well, I like pulled the string. I did whatever I could see to do. Finally, I was freaked out because I have some stuff in my garage, but I thought I'll just haul it in. You know, I'll bring my bicycle in, I'll bring my vacuum in, I'll bring my Dyson in, I'll bring whatever I need to bring that's valuable in the house. And then if someone's gonna steal from me, they're gonna have to rummage through everything else. So I ended up going, you know, just pulling the garage door down. So between my broken ice maker and now my broken garage door, you better believe I've got to get on the manufacturers to come fix it. I don't think there's anything seriously wrong with my garage door. I think a pin or the string or the toggle or something, I can't quite see what it is, but I think it needs to be just put back somehow. Whatever that is. Okay, I don't really have anything interesting. I'm looking around my house. I don't have anything interesting to share. I did go out to dinner the other night with a friend to a place I had never been before, and it was really fun. And normally, I guess, evidently, people eat outside on the patio and overlook the golf course. But it was just windy enough that we decided to eat indoors. And it just has a real fun menu, and they have line dancing and a band that plays, but because of COVID, the band is not playing right now. But everybody there, the gals were all in cowboy boots and little, short skirts, and the guys had cowboy hats on and stuff. So it's a real cowgirl bar. So I thought, then I told Donna, I said, I went to the Big Rock restaurant. It was so fun. I'm not gonna say food was good. It was very rich, and I did get sick because I ate those Brussels sprouts, and I had a hamburger, but I just ate the burger. It was way too rich for my stomach. Anyway, and Donna said yes, that during the season before COVID, they have a great band, and they do line dancing, teach line dancing, and do line dancing every single night of the week. So I thought that sounded like fun. I'm ready for fun. I'm ready for some line dancing. Okay, you guys. P.S. I love you. Mwah. And until our next conversation.